More people are experiencing homelessness than ever before in Franklin County, and almost half are working. The Columbus nonprofit Community Shelter Board says many make between $14 and $20 an hour.
And it comes down to a lack of housing. NBC4's Isabel Cleary showed us how the Community Shelter Board tracks this data, and she joins us now with new results. Isabel?
Jared Sierra, the Community Shelter Board, says this year they saw a rise in sheltered homelessness, with more people staying in emergency shelters. This data comes from a point-in-time count, a count of people experiencing homelessness on one day. On a cold January day, dozens of volunteers went across Franklin County, counting the number of people experiencing homelessness.
It also tells us overall what the umbrella of homelessness looks like.
Now the Community Shelter Board is sharing that data.
This is a structural issue. 40% of our community members that are in our homeless shelter have jobs.
The count identified a 7.4% increase in people experiencing homelessness compared with last year.
It is a glimpse of the unseen folks in our community. Our population growth and these good things that are happening is also coming with a side effect that more of our community is being pushed out into homelessness.
The number of people in emergency shelters grew by 13%. One of those shelters is run by Jasmine Franklin.
It's about immediate service, the smaller barriers.
She's using her own experience with homelessness to push for change.
It took me, again, like I said, like a week or two before I was able to see a case manager. When you come into my shelter, within that same day, if not that by that next morning, you'll be able to start talking to a case manager, start working through the barriers immediately.
The data shows that more people are using warming shelters. Shortly after the count, some emergency shelters closed and people had to go back outside. President and CEO of the Community Shelter Board says the increase while they were open shows the emergency shelter method is working.
What we have found in the number is that the unsheltered population actually went down by 11%. And we know then the winter warming centers are working because we saw the increase of 11% there.
They need funding to keep those going, and right now many of the programs, like for those facing eviction, are at risk due to federal cuts. Nonprofits share they are worried if there are not alternatives to this funding by the end of the year, we could see housing issues get a lot worse. I asked Columbus City Council's president how they are preparing for this. We'll share his answer ahead on NBC4 at 6.